Anybody had a sleepless night because of philosophical essay? अच्छा सच बताओ, who did not understand anything, मतलब less than 10%? Good. 1 Swati, 2 Anuradha. Okay. 10 to 30%. किसको समझ में आया? You feel 10 to 30%. अरे 0% आ रहा, 50% है ना? Good, good. More than 30%. Good, good. Funny did not come today.
Sir, actually she has constraints of time, sir. Her mom will be calling every time. Yesterday also she had multiple calls from her mom.
For what, madam?
Actually, sir, they are worried about her when she comes.
Worried about
How she about her safety, sir.
your safety?
Not her safety, sir.
Whose safety?
Funny safety.
Achha, I was asking about another funny. It is so funny, you know. You are talking about which funny, madam? Sorry. Shri funny. Okay, okay. Bindu, you are also coming first time today? You were there in the class yesterday? No. Laya? First time. Bapre, you guys are making my task difficult. Acha. Philosophy, 3 words, you remember? The 3 words of philosophy. What philosophy means? In the academic perspective, philosophy is study of knowledge, reality and existence. Right? Now what is this knowledge? The knowledge about maybe self, full circle, universe. If I can say in one line. See many students after the class yesterday, especially Sri Lasya, she said, sir, I thought essay is the easiest. Then I said, no, essay is not the easiest, but definitely believe me, not the most difficult. If you understand the art, try to get it. I think yesterday also I had made the statement, 7th, 8th class, till 7th class of essay, not 7th standard, 7th class of essay, 6th, 7th class of essay, तब तक एक framework आ जाएगा. The moment that framework comes, then you can play along. See, when, okay. Yesterday we started with the hook. Okay. Now, what is a hook in a philosophical essay or any essay for that matter? Hook. Hook does what? What is the idea of the hook? Hook is not a quote. Champesta. Evadaradu? Hook means not quote. What is the function of hook? To catch the attention of the examiner. And yesterday we said hook can be a quote, it can be a question, it can be a fact, it can be a contradiction, a story, last but not the least a definition. But try not to write a definition. Not try not to, you will not write a definition. Definitely, right? So that's why I remember I have cut that line, right? Now, just in case you do not get any quote, just in case you do not get any quote, you remember that can exactly match with the mood and the topic of the essay. High probability that you do not know, but you still desperately want to start with a quote. Then what will you do? You don't remember any quote by anybody. Say for example, the essence of the essay. Yesterday essay kya tha? On purpose, the struggles and purpose in life, 2 words. The topic of the essay yesterday was, the people who haven't got the shock yesterday can get it today, free of cost, we don't charge. Yeah. Yesterday we said, this need not be, what did I say? It can be even dying for a cause. It can be even about dying for a cause, not only living for a cause, but also dying for a cause. He is not listening to me. He will die in his cause. Now, in this topic of the essay, you are not remembering any quote. What will you write? You will create a quote and write. నీ పేరు రాసుకోరా ఏముంది హాల్ టికెట్ నెంబర్ కూడా రా ఏముంది గివ్ మీ అ కోట్ क्या हो गया इतना साइलेंस क्यों हो गया you said you will write a quote no then immediately I said give me a quote that you wanted to write unexamined life is there only examination going here see the quote has to perfectly fit understand if you are writing a quote on your own somewhere it is your thesis statement also I'll come to that for the time being remember whatever is the essence of the essay if you are expressing the essence of the essay in one line that is called thesis statement it means your entire essay will hover around your thesis statement generally introduction ke end part mein we write the thesis statement if you remember this first came the hook then came the background then came the thesis statement so the conclusionary part of the introduction is the thesis statement which depicts the main idea and it has to be as brief as possible వీలైతే ఒకటే లైన్ లో లేదంటే ఒక 1.5 2 lines not more than that one more thing you need not justify your thesis statement the justification will come in the main body it is what your belief on the topic is what you are trying to write in a thesis statement at the end of your introduction now say for example I told you essay has to be written in 11 to 12 pages so approximately I am imagining that my first page would be introduction complete starting to end first page would be introduction if it is so the last line of my first page should be the thesis statement and you will write it little separately than the introduction koncham gap ichi inverted commas lo petti you will write and you will not justify your thesis statement now remember why I am telling is if you are writing a quote on your own making a quote on your own you should not drive of your thesis statement what I am saying is if you have written a quote unknown your own quote you created and wrote unknown it should not be repeated in the thesis statement you need to have to create 2 quotes then so understand this which should be as close as possible to the main theme of the essay in this case struggle on one side and purpose on other side yesterday we spoke this essay is basically talking about struggle on one side which is the struggle how and why on one side which denotes the purpose yes or no now tell me a quote
one who bleeds in training wins war
edo anna
one who bleeds in a training wins war
one who bleeds in the training
one who bleeds more in a training wins a war
ante did I bleed less one who bleeds in training wins war है ना okay ठीक wins war okay anybody any other quote हाँ एक रुक जा हाँ last benches are the most excited generally हाँ any other quote जल्दी हाँ यश
by is the destination, the purpose.
Okay.
Journey is how.
Okay. So he says if destination is clear, if destination is clear, if the destination is clear, journey can be sorted out. Journey can be sorted out. Anybody else? She was giving a good quote actually. Unexamined life is not worth living. Unexamined life. Umashri. Umashri. ఇప్పుడే ల్యాండ్ అయింది చంద్రయాన్ 3 నుంచి రిటర్న్ టు మదర్ ఎర్త్. కెన్ యూ బి ఎ లిటిల్ స్లో?
Stone never complains, the hammer sponge to hit the world with its sculptured beauty.
Okay. So basically stone here denotes the pain or struggle and beauty here denotes what? Purpose. Okay. The beauty denotes the purpose. If this is your quote, then what is your thesis statement? Shruti. Gautami. If this is your quote, we'll accept this quote as the quote. Then what? How you sum up your thesis statement? What will come in between? We'll discuss now. Don't worry. Will you write quote and try to explain that quote? No. And I told you yesterday, if you remember, you can use any one. Okay. At max, I'll give you a choice to use any two, but not more than that. If you use this quote, will you give any space to explain this quote? No, right? I hope no. Now, we are imagining a situation that we have accepted this quote that a stone goes through too much of hammering and chiseling before it gets the final shape which the world admires as beauty. Or we can take the example of gold. The example of gold also. Gold goes through so much process of, it's in the process of its creation that it goes through so much of pressure and everything. The value comes only at the end of the process. So we can take that. So now my question is, now that you have written this quote, what would be your introductory paragraph? I like silence, but not this much.
It should be based on the code which we have
Base
created.
it, I am not denying you. Tell me what you will write. Once you have written the quote, stone, hammer, beauty, purpose. Okay. Confuse చేసి నువ్వే కాబట్టి చెప్పు.
For the statement, we can use Nishkama Karma Yoga from Mahabharata as a thesis statement.
Okay. But Nishkama Karma Yoga, but it is asking you not to be worried about the result in some dimensions.
Question is about, we must go on with the reason.
But reason is there, why?
Yes, sir. Nishkama Karma Yoga states that we are not entitled to the outcomes.
That's what I am saying. Here, this is very important to us. It means I am going through this how, the pain, the process of pain for this.
That is dharma.
Why?
Dharma. Following dharma, working in our own path without worrying about the results.
That is Nishkama Karma. See, this you are saying, the quote that you are telling is talking about don't be bothered about the end result. Yes or no? But when I am undergoing pain here, am I not bothered about it? I am right, it means that does not fit in properly, because I am bothered, I am ready to undergo pain only in one dimension, not completely, but in one dimension. It is saying, say for example, are you, based on your graduation, is UPSC giving you, okay, you take collector, you take deputy collector, you become tehsildar? Is it so? No. UPSC is wanting you to go through this. How? That's why you all are sitting here. Yes or no? Now, if this how becomes easier, will this be big? If this how becomes easier, will this be big? No. You all agreed? Now tell me, how many of you are ready to face a bigger how for this why? The more the obstacles, the more the struggle, the more the endeavors, the more the testing, generally we give up or it increases your confidence. Generally we give up. See, it is all about who stands till the last. It is all about, believe me, life is all about who will give up the last. Like all of you are sitting here, one student in my Bhishma batch joined day before, yesterday attended the class, today came, I can't do it. Maybe realization came very early, but he is not ready for a bigger how, because somewhere he is. Now I am giving you a hint to make intro. Start thinking. I am giving you a hint to make intro.
Sir, what if our code does not relate to the state?
एक second, let me complete my. What will make a bigger how? What will make a bigger how? Your capacity to endure pain. What determines your capacity to endure pain? Huh? How strong the? Okay, the strength of Y. Keep writing. The strength of Y will determine how much big a how you can take. Okay, what next? Okay, she has attended my ethics classes. Perseverance. Very good. Kya? Now he used a word personality. Now what do you mean in the word personality? What all are there? వాడి శిక్ష వాడే అనుభవించాలి, వేరేవాడు కాదు. What is the core in the personality that you are talking about when you are defining the how of a person? Mental stubbornness, mental strength, stubbornness, whatever. Most importantly, mental. See, believe me, almost all of you will have almost nearly equal physical strength, almost 10% variation here and there depending on your weight, height, age, other profiles, right? But if I measure the mental strength, maybe the person who appears to be the physically the weakest may be the strongest mentally. Yes or no? It means there is a bigger variation in the mental ability than the physical ability. Yes or no? Now tell me, in this why and how, who will survive the longest? The person who is stronger in the mental dimension, not stronger mental, the strength, mental strength. Okay? At times I will stop, you have to fill in the sentence, especially you. Okay? Now 3 more I want on the board. What is that how we are talking about which defines the how can be big? The most important is strength of Y. Then we spoke about the mental strength. There are couple of other factors.
Innate capability of a person. Past experience.
Huh? Past experience. Can you be specific? Can you give an example? So you mean to say you have learnt the art of enduring pain as a result of past experience. So he is trying I am just trying to give an example, okay. It is just an example. Don't say that sir is so negatively thinking. Just an example. Just an example. There is a person, a child, son or a daughter in his early 20s, lost his mother, and within couple of months or maybe a year or two lost the father also. Now tell me, will there be a variation in the pain that the child will undergo in the first case and the second case? Which will be the most stronger pain for the child to bear? How many of you agree first? How many of you agree second? How many of you feel it will be the same? तो दोनों में हाथ उठाए कह रहे? Believe me, the first loss, the pain would be the maximum. Why? Because you have been exposed to that pain for the first time. Over a period of time, you will learn the art of living without that parent. It will make you mentally strong. It will make you mentally strong. Definitely the pain of losing the second parent will also be there. Grief would be there. But you will come out of it much more faster than your past experience. It means, as he says, your how is also determined by your past experience. Okay, good example. इसमें से ही तुम्हारा इंट्रोडक्शन आएगा. I'll tell you the easiest way. इंट्रोडक्शन में अगर कोट लिखते हो, use a story after that, but do not use it as a template for both the essays. One essay, दो लिखना है ना, you have to write two essays. One essay, start with a quote, instantly go for a story as a intro. Why? Because in story it is easier to cover the gap, to write something in the introduction, but you cannot drag the story. ఆ రోజు నేను లేచాను, మొహం కడుక్కున్నాను, అయ్యయ్యో మర్చిపోయాను, స్నానం చేసేసాను, మళ్ళీ మొహం కడుక్కున్నాను. You cannot write like this. ठीक है? Understand? Why I am saying is, see, essay is a double-edged sword. Whatever you do, you have to keep the invigilator with you, and you have to force your point of view under his throat. You have to accept this, you have to accept this. He should not vomit it out. The moment he vomits it out, gaya. So when you write a story, try to keep it as precise, as concise, as brief, to the point, without missing the depth or the essence of the story. Okay? We'll create a story, don't worry. Next, past experience. Any other thing that will decide your how? Huh? Excellent. The health also, very, very important. Good. One more thing is left. पर्सनालिटी में इसमें आप एटीट्यूड ले लो, कुछ भी लेना चाहते हो ले लो. नो टेक्निकल वर्ड्स अलाउड. हाँ हाँ, कौन था? कौन था? तू ही है? नॉट टेकन. सोशल बैकग्राउंड, वेरी गुड. सोशल बैकग्राउंड में एजुकेशन भी लेंगे सत्या. ओके, I have not negated your point, but I have given it in a larger bracket. Okay, socio-cultural background an individual belongs to. Now tell me, be careful when you answer. मेरा सवाल हमेशा tricky होता है. A boy who is born with a golden spoon. It's a metaphor. Golden spoon ante manchi family lo, financially stable, well respected in the society. He is born there. One boy is born to poor people, slum area, and all. Who has the better capacity to undergo this how? think and answer. Think and answer. Keep seeing all these points. Don't use the word obviously. Slum. Achha, how many of you say slum? How many of you say golden spoon? Slum, hands up. రేపటి phone తీసుకురావద్దా? Okay. She only gave herself one. I did not tell anything. Don't look at me like that. Okay. Now, see, when you all thought what will make this house stronger, when thinking for this slum boy, you negated the parental support. But when you are thinking about the boy with the golden spoon, you attributed his strength, the parent, the financial. Or yes or? The people who are well off, the children from well off community or the students from well off background, as per the report, do they commit more suicide or the students from the slums? Golden spoon category. Golden spoon category. In some sense, may not be completely true, but largely, just a generalization I am trying to do. It means that despite the fact that he got all the support, he did not have something that will help him to hold on to the situation. What is that which he lacked, which he had? Somebody used a word, willpower. Will. ఇది ఆ విల్లు కాదు, మనం అందరు ఎదురు చూసే విల్లు. ప్రాపర్టీ విల్లు కాయిదాలు రా బాబు, ఎందుకు అలా చేస్తున్నారు? कौन बोल रहा है? हाँ, yesterday we spoke about this first stage of grief, the first stage of grief. Now when you ఇదంతా 30 నిమిషాల్లో జరగాలి. What I will teach you in 6 days, in the examination hall you have to do it in 30 minutes in the brainstorming. After you complete the essay classes, the struggle is not knowing what to write. The struggle is what to leave, what to, that will be your struggle. Okay, so I will leave you at that level. Now, you said, somebody told willpower. What are the constituents of willpower? Can you define willpower? The ability to withstand pain or adversarial situations. Now, he had all the support mechanisms, but he did not have any, but he did. Why? Sudha, why?
So there are multiple factors playing. Sometimes parenting also, the style of parenting.
Okay. What else?
Receiving also plays a role. How the child adapts. Receiving of the child.
Hopefulness, hopelessness.
So to a slum boy, he has already undergone all those.
You are assuming.
Sir, if he is in slum, he must.
अरे हद हो गई यार. Maybe his first experience.
Everything is based on imagination.
అరే స్లమ్ లో తల్లిదండ్రులు కనంగా రోడ్డు మీద వదిలేరురా. Don't go into the picturization world. It is not so. Disciplining of a child in the slum is much more vibrant than a sophisticated. ठीक है? हाँ. हाँ, योगेश. His ability to, very important, though he did not put it in the right perspective. See, he has an image personification in front of his parents. loss of face, the fear of losing face in front of the parents is much more here, and also societal stigma is also very high. Here that is not there, because here image is not the goodwill that they are carrying, it is not that. Maybe at max some physical thrashing and he is taken care of, he knows మా అయితే ఏముంది నాన్న బెల్ట్ తీసుకొని కొడతాడు 4 సరేలే నాలంటాడు. Understand this. So that is where he took, it means that somewhere his, and what is determining his attitude? The social background. No, this all constitutes the no. Now I want you to write your individual stories, next 3 minutes. Stories related to struggle and purpose. Then I will talk about my story, struggle and purpose very clearly. Right. Story of your own struggle that had a purpose. Your own story of struggle that had a purpose. Think. ఏదో పని చేసి ఉంటాం. There was a purpose. It could even be flicking a 500 rupee note from your father's pocket. It could be your school friend told he is in dire need of 500 rupees for any purpose, commitment in the house. He requested you to manage, you did not have, you flicked from your father's pocket, accepted because you had a purpose. I am giving you an example, don't write that. Don't look at me, think of a story and write. Nitish, you will read out your story. A story that you endured pain for a purpose. Everybody would have gone through it, don't worry. Some of you would have got separated from your family for the first time, coming from there to here for the first time, living without the family physically close to them for the first time, for a purpose, UPSC. Could be. You have been a day scholar throughout your life, came back home every day evening. After Nitish, we will read Tanmay's story. Other than? Right? I am not denying you. If you have been a boy with a golden spoon, this is the first time you are exposing yourself to struggle. Right? Who relates himself or herself to that slum boy closest? Who feels? Okay, Nitish is one. Nobody else? Okay, Pawan is one. Both the Pawans are one. Gautami also feels she is that slum boy. Okay, Lokeshwar also. Okay, great, good. They will all survive, don't worry. Golden spoons will fall. That's why he was said, obviously slum boy, sir. Last 1 minute. Think of a storyline. Everybody will have a story in their life. Don't hesitate. Invigilator के साथ दिल खोल के बात करो. And never ever write a story in first person. Never write I. Give a name, create a character, and through that character tell your story. Never ever write I, Asha Jyoti, preparing for UPSC 2024, roll number so and so, felt like this, है ना? ऐसा नहीं बोलना.
So he can go with he, they.
Give a character, a name. You can give a village background setting. You can do anything. That's a story. 6, 7 lines, 8 lines, more than. Sudha done. Harita. Pujita. Think of a storyline. The struggle can even be the freedom to tell what you feel. Pujita, I gave you a hint. The struggle can be even the struggle to find freedom to what you feel. Who is done? Nitish, done? Nithish, Nitish. How many of you are there for today's Swati's? Okay, almost. Her life is also a life of struggle. She told me there were days I could not write even a line, even after doing PhD. There were days where I could not even write a line. ठीक होता है, it happens. चलो नितिश, story.
In
1967. Okay, timeline he is giving. Good. स्टोरी में क्या क्या होना चाहिए भी लिखूंगा बोर्ड पे. स्पून फीडिंग करूंगा, तुमको यही चाहिए मेरे को पता है. What all should be there in the story, I will pick up as per my requirement. He gave a timeline. Okay, very good. The moment he said 1967, the socio-cultural economic background will come to your mind immediately. The moment it is 1967, it means Indira Gandhi is there. It means the UAPA has happened. है ना? हाँ. The country is marching on the socialist path. हाँ. Yeah. Okay. हाँ. So he has taken sport as an example. Okay. Storyline. Category he has taken sport. Shh, no talking. So it is not his personal story. It is not his personal story. It is story of an eminent personality. So one is the timeline. Second is it could be self or a famous personality. Okay, go ahead. Wait. Now, in the life of this particular gentleman, even after success in whatever he was enduring, he did not find all his life fighting boxing, he thought the purpose of my life is to become the world champion in heavyweight. He became, but suddenly he realized this is not my purpose. He suddenly found a purpose in fighting for the cause of Negroes. He did something. Bolo. Okay. How's the story? Excellent. How's the story? Excellent. Now, realize, understand this couple of dimensions I will talk at length. He understood that this is not my purpose. The moment he got it, he got new purpose, that is this purpose. But this purpose was only an individualistic purpose, but this purpose is a. Now tell me, on the barometer, which purpose is more sacred? Obviously the societal purpose assumes greater significance. Just a paradox of thinking. If the purpose is individual self-centered, then the elevation of the purpose is not that higher. If the purpose has got a societal aim, then the elevated purpose. With me or not? अरे कितनों को नहीं समझ में आया? If the purpose is to achieve something individually for yourself, then it can be a goal. For him it became a goal, though he would have thought that his life dream, purpose of his life is to win the world championship. But even after winning, something came to him that I have a social responsibility to do for them. So in the bargain, he understood this was not my purpose, this is my purpose. Now in the hierarchy, the individual purpose got shadowed away and the societal purpose came. Now, when he fought for the second time, though he won again second time, was this the goal? Then what was the goal? Was this the goal? Yes. What was it for him? No. Again it was for, understand this, are you with me or not? So in this story, did this story come from the books that you read for UPSC? No. I told you yesterday one line, your essay should not and will not come from your regular books that you read. You can give example of anybody for that matter. APJ Abdul Kalam, you can give example of Vajpayee, you can give example of Indira Gandhi, you can give example of PV Narasimha Rao for that matter, you can give institutional example ISRO, Chandrayaan 2 failure, Chandrayaan 3 successful, most recent. Any other example of stories? A personal life story I want somebody to talk. Who has written the personal life story? Uma. 1 second, Uma. Okay, Uma. Uma is talking about, please try to learn from the various stories, what all can be in the story of yours. What is this culture you are talking about? One value. Be specific. ఈ అమ్మాయి పదాలు ఊరికే వాడేస్తుంది. Give me one specific example that you learned and implemented. Consistency in the efforts. Okay. In this story, बोलो किधर है? Okay, the feminine cause. Okay, the feminine cause. What else? Struggle.
Encountering the societal
Experience.
experience of me, everyone suggesting me to go through engineering and go for a job.
But वो तो लड़कों के लिए भी है.
Because they wanted me to get married before 25.
Okay, 25 is a good target otherwise. In our community, Punjab is 18, 19, if you are very lucky, 20. Whether you belong to slum, whether you belong to golden spoon or diamond spoon.
Not really, sir. I have friends.
That's, let me come. This trend started changing after 2003-2004. Why? Because of, primarily because of the Canadian influence, because of the Western influence. Now the societal change is coming when people are taking time to get married. But even if I take the average societal marriage timeline in my own community, 18, even if it is 17, at times it is portrayed as 18, and then that's how things happen in the society. But I want you to share any struggle in C. His story was very specific. In a nutshell, the story was very, very specific. But यहाँ पे the purpose is coming clear that she is trying to fight for a feminine cause, that I have an equal right to study, not only right to study, but study the subject of my choice. Now I want you to be more specific with your struggles, right?
So what if the purpose is selfish in nature, sir?
I expected this question from Acha, we'll come to that, just hold on to your question. Can you write something like this? Heavy insistence on engineering and medicine. It was a great challenge to go for anything, arts as my core competency. When you talk about, see, generally there is a notion that intelligent students take MBBS and engineering. There is a notion. Are yes or no, Pujita? Agree? It may be true largely also. I am not denying that fact. It may be true largely also. But does it negate a possibility of a student who is aspiring for arts as his or her career to be less intelligent? No. This acceptance of no has come lately. The acceptance of this no has come very recently. It is not in the past. Believe me, I was not great in studies till my 10th standard. I wanted to come in 70% and above. My target was very clear. Class lo first oka nela vaste rendo nela endu raledani ma naan kodtadu. Simple logic. So eppudu first raavaddu, second raavaddu, third, fourth position is the safest position. So I used to plan my landing in the unit test accordingly. Okay? Now understand this. Why I am making this statement here is, for a common boy or a girl for that matter, if you are strong in your core subjects, maths, science and what you call any other core subject, it becomes very difficult to convince your parents that you want a career in something else and not in these two subjects. So when you write this story, you have to bring in that personal experiences that you have gone through while being a child. Understand? So that should come in the story. We will go ahead with this story, and I want somebody else, not him, to give the thesis statement. The quote that we accepted was the quote of Stone, the pain and the beauty, the story of a boxer and a cause for his community. Whose community? Very important. His community. Now I want you to give a thesis statement. Who is ready? A thesis statement. Now, for your benefit, I will show you something, then you give the thesis statement, then we will go back to the thesis statement again. Read through this once. Read, thoda deliberately read. Don't read anything else, just read this. I think I spoke about this. It articulates the or argument of an essay, a dissertation or a research paper. Okay? Bindu, give me a statement, thesis statement. Give me a thesis statement. Ardhamautundi? Good. Understanding? Jyoti. Give me a thesis statement. Bindu. Next to Bindu. So what's your name? Venkatesh. Venkatesh. Can you try? Jeevan. Try no. To find a why. To find a why is inevitable.
To face the house which follows.
To
Face
the
the house
which
which follows.
follow. फिर से बोलो.
To find a why.
To find a why. Okay, to find a why is inevitable. Okay, in one's life. Face the house which follow. Anybody else?
Should the
Should the
house be clearly demarcated to find a
house
be clearly demarcated to find a
should the house be clearly demarcated? हाउस को डिमार्केट कर रहे हो टू रीच दी वाई. हाँ, एनीबडी एल्स?
The transformation from
The transformation from
y to how? Y to how?
is it from y to how or how to y or the journey from the journey from how to y?
Y to how, sir?
It is from y to how.
Y to how, sir?
Why are you confusing me? मेरा काम है यार. हाँ, I will write the first part, you complete the other part. चलो, I will make it easier for you. Many are this without this, no? అంటే మన గురించి మనం చెప్పుకోవడం అప్పుడప్పుడు మంచిది కాదు. ది నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ వై, ది నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ వై, ది నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ వై, ది నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ వై सॉल्यूशन मत बोलो, समथिंग शुड इंस्पायर यू ऑल्सो, राइट? फर्स्ट टाइम में यस नहीं होगा, यू हैव टू फॉलो, परसू.
Throws a light on how?
आशा अंडरस्टूड. हाँ
Throws a light on how?
हाँ.
Throws a light on how?
See, the knowledge of how and knowledge of why ante acha, see, when you read this word or heard this word, the knowledge of why, what came to your mind? What should be next? Very good. Somebody said capability, somebody said strength. Can I add a word inspiration? Can I add a word inspiration? See, I don't know, I would have counseled almost all of you personally before joining. I always end up asking this question, why do you want to do UPSC? Generally, I ask this question. I hope I have. Now, your understanding of that why, was it as clear as it is today at that time? No. What is bringing clarity to your why? It is the, agree? Now tell. If I write this, how? Can I? अरे तुम्हारे सामने लिखा, बिंदु अग्री, लया. The knowledge of why reduces the pain of, yes or no? See, you all are dreaming to get All India first rank. I'll tell you my story. My story. We'll come back to this. My story. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ಚಿ. Okay. See, this is South India, southern part of the country, Hyderabad. I was the only Sikh student of my school, entire Now, it is very difficult for a sick boy to survive in the crowd of boys who are not sick. Understand this. The purpose and the struggle I am connecting. The boys in the teenage, earlier to teenage, in the bracketing of 7 to 12, physical abuse happens. Just for fun also. Not that he wants to humiliate you or anything. Just for fun also. But as a child, in my societal background or in my societal sphere, I was always told that your hair is the most sacred part of your body. In the sick learning, in the sick teachings and the learnings. And the boys used to humiliate me by doing some funny act or something, whatever. So understand, as a child of 9 years of age or 10 years of age or 12 years of age, this struggle was to convey to them that it is not by choice, because I am born to a family where particular ritual is being followed, I have to accept this, and you have to accept that I am not like you, I am a little different than you in the physical experience. The purpose was because as a child in my religious teachings, because I had a religious preacher who used to come home, teach us the spiritual dimension of the religion, more than the what you call the cultural part, the spiritual dimension. So in the teaching of the spirituality, he told me that your forefathers, your generations forefathers have sacrificed their life to hold on to this identification. So you should also endure the pain of holding on to your identification for a purpose of holding on to that identification. Today, see, we were taught why you have to look different. Because if you do a good job, you should be visible. If you do a bad job, still you should be visible. Your visibility will force you not to do anything wrong. The same visibility cannot hide your exceptional performances also. So understand this. So as a child, I was taught all these things, but in the school I suffered, because the other students, because in our country, the cross cultural teachings at school age is zero. We judge people just when he or she belongs to a culture, because we are carried away by our familial understanding of that religion. The moment somebody belongs to that religion, vallu mancholu kaadu. This is what your parents tell, vallu ekkuvaadoddu, vallu mancholu kaadu. Who are this vallu? Because you do not have the knowledge of that people's why. So that is how you have to understand, whenever you write a story, it could be anything, it could be any dimension of your life. See, if you cannot find a story from your own life, personal life, how do you? Try to understand this. I'll give you another example of my personal life. I joined the academy. When I went to the academy, somewhere deep in my heart, I felt, because my dad was not keeping well when I joined the forces, somewhere deep in my heart, I had this what you call feeling, probably he may not be alive when I come back after my training. It was there very deep in my heart, subconsciously I had this. So in the first year of my training, whenever I had to perform a task which had a risk element involved, I was hesitant in the first attempt. That came to me naturally. But finally, when I lost him during the training, when I went back to training, I was a completely different person. Even my instructors get surprised. We have always seen you hesitating. It's not that I could not do, but there was this element of hesitation. But the moment that fear that was there in my mind that happened, that hesitation vanished. So I became free. So any risk taking adventure in the forces as part of the training, automatically my hand used to go up, because the fear that I lived all my life in the training period initially gone, because that fear actually became a reality. So understand this, every one of you will have a story in your life where there is a struggle, there is a purpose also. So you have to understand that you need to dig out from your own self. That's what I told, the knowledge of self. So you have to dig out from the knowledge of your own self to express what you want to express. Understand? So this can be a beautiful thesis statement for all of you. Why there is so much of pin drop silence? You want a break for 2 minutes? What is the time? Anybody wants to add or give any other? Who is that? You have a small doubt? Good. Why we generally say I have a small doubt, sir? Why we use the word small? Why? To prove that I am not a big idiot. Or not that she asked this, she became an idiot. Okay? Psychology. I have a doubt. No need it. I will decide whether it is small or big. You have a doubt. Okay. Okay. Who has the elder or younger one? Elder one.
And the younger one is suffering from malaria.
Cinema కష్టాలు అంతే కదా
Their parents inside the ICU.
ఇన్ ది ఓకే అంటే ఇంకెవరు లేరా ఇంట్లో అచ్చా ఇన్ సమ్ అదర్ టౌన్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్ ఓకే
In Mumbai.
ఓకే
Their parents were in Mumbai.
ఓకే
She was staying in Pune.
ఓకే
And she had a sister who she had to look after. So
Okay. She says that does moral responsibility fulfill the dimension of purpose? बोलो सत्या. नितीश. Okay, తీసుకుంటాను. I'll take. I'll do that. Don't worry. We have to answer his question also.
Use that situation and write a story.
Which situation?
That's a situation, no sir.
Whose situation? Her situation. That's what she is trying to clear, no? That there is a story where two sisters out of town from their own home staying alone. One younger sister contacts some ailment. Whole night she listen undara agra. See, how many of you were awake whole night any time of your life? Almost all of you. Okay. అంటే నెక్స్ట్ డే మొత్తం పడుకున్నాను సార్. సాహితి వాంట్స్ టు టెల్ దట్. ఓకే, శివరాత్రి మోస్ట్లీ. దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ వాజ్ దిస్ సమ్ అదర్ నైట్. దే ఆర్ ఆల్ డర్టీ బ్రెయిన్స్ రే. సమ్ అదర్ నైట్ మీ యూ కెన్ డూ భక్తి పూజ ఆల్సో, నో? పబ్ హోల్ నైట్, డిస్కో డాన్స్, డ్రైవింగ్ హోల్ నైట్, డ్రైవింగ్ मोटर साइकिल ड्राइविंग, राइट? ओके. अच्छा ये बताओ, when you all said waking up whole night is not great, you all woke up. Why for that sister that waking up whole night became important or became stressful? No. Tension. Okay. अच्छा ये बताओ, where is it written that elder sister only has to take care of younger sister? Societal teaching. Now tell me she is sis. Now tell me she is bro. ఉల్టా అయిందా? ఎందుకు అయింది? You think so. For example, sister is 22 years old, brother is 21 years old. Now tell. You think so. Again I am telling you, it is not so. Because in our cultural landscape, out of these two, the burden of responsibility is more on the హ్యావ్ యూ ఎవర్ సీన్ ఎ యంగర్ బ్రదర్ డిసిప్లినింగ్ ఎల్డర్ సిస్టర్? వాడితో బాగా తిరుగుతున్నావు, నా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరు నన్ను అంటున్నారు. అరే జస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, డోంట్ లుక్ ఎట్ మీ లైక్ దట్, జస్ట్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ. రావనే Karthik, have you ever done with this with your sister? Believe me, my sister studied in a college where people from Muslim community used to go in large number. Girls college. మా నాన్న నన్ను తోడు పంపించేవాడు. I am like, I have my school. This female is not even studying. Though I was also not interested in studying at all. I was more interested, my 3 hours of cricket has gone. Okay? So he used to send me and my sister 3 years of age gap is there. So I did not go to school, I went behind her, not for throughout the college, exam center and all. So the weightage given to me attending the school those days was given 0, because the responsibility quotient came on the brother. Understand, there it is basically that what you call elder sister, she did what she was supposed to do, but what added to her stress was, it is not her health, it is not her health, it is the examination which was running in her mind that created that stress on her. She is not a doctor, she can't do anything. ले जाके ICU में डाल दिया, रे पोदुन जुद्दारा नहीं. Yes or no? Yes or no? But what created stress is the examination. Rape exam undi, ival ICU lo unnam. So is it real stress or perceived stress? The stress is perceived. Now I'll get you back here. Bear almost anyhow can be real or perceived? Can be real or perceived? It could be real or it could be, yes or no? Some of you may be thinking, enta struggle, hotel lo food, hostel lo food baaledu, class baaledu, ma study hall baaledu. Somebody might be struggling, how do I pay the hostel fees at the end of the month? Whose struggle is bigger? Your struggle that the food is not good is bigger, or the person who is thinking, how do I pay for the food that I am eating today? Whose struggle is bigger? It means your how is a perceived how, somebody else's how is a real how. Alright, connect the dots. I was समझ में, ठीक है? Now I'll answer. We'll come back to your thesis statement. He had a question.
What is the purpose of purpose is
Selfish. Okay. His question is, what if the purpose is selfish? Acha, purpose can be selfish. Everybody is selfish. John Locke. Everybody is selfish. John Locke అనే ఒక వ్యక్తి, ఎవరికైతే అర్థం కాలేదో, he told man is selfish. Man అంటే అమ్మాయిలు కూడా ఉన్నారు, హలో. Man అంటే మ్యానే కాదు, women also included, because earlier all the references were made through men. So man is selfish. Man is a social animal. It does not mean women are private animals. They are also social animals. Okay? He said man is born selfish. Now, if this I take it as a generalized perspective, can purpose ever not be selfish? I in the ethics class I told, I won't use the word I proved, but I told even mother's love is selfish. I told even the mother's love which we feel pure, divine and all, actually it is selfish. Actually it is selfish because she derives pleasure out of your happiness. So that is selfish. No, we will not discuss much on that. Okay? Now, if this is the background that man is born selfish, even the mother's love that we feel is very divine in its blessing, also selfish, what purpose cannot be selfish? He only opened, వీడినే కొట్టండి అని కాదు, క్వశ్చన్ అడిగింది వీడు. శృతి, come again, instead of, after facing difficulties,
You have chance of giving up,
okay,
but you still go through even knowing that it will harm you. That is not selfish.
okay, physical harm or something, more pain. But at the end of the day, you are enduring that pain for a result.
I might die.
So what? So many have died. Nobody is eternal in this world.
So according to this, even the freedom fighters are also selfish.
That's what I am trying to tell. मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. एक सेकंड, कौन था? तू ये? Who talked just now? Who spoke? You only, no? Okay. We are talking. I told you, any knowledge is only relatively true. It is not absolute true. Philosophy tells. So her knowledge of, we all know, famous Hindi song, no? बिना खड़ग बिना डाल साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल. All the life we have been told that it is Gandhiji who brought you freedom. It is non-violence that got you freedom. But is it completely true? No, because in Quit India movement he himself said, do or die. अब die में non-violence कहाँ से आया? हाँ, but हाँ, so is that non-violent completely non-violent? No. So there is a what you call limit of acceptance. उसके बाद it is not. Yes or no? So in the dimension of that, nothing is absolutely true. So if he asks a question, can anybody tell if my purpose is selfish, is it good or bad? That's what you asked. What if my purpose is selfish? Was his question. It can be yes. Is it wrong to be selfish in a purpose? थोड़ा मेरा सवाल का जवाब धीरे से दिया करो. Is it wrong? Is it wrong to be selfish in your purpose? Tanmay. ये ज्यादा पढ़ के आइए. Books, again from books. See, it's a matter of discussion. Who decided it is wrong? Society. You only told, no? Society. He is a fighter. Take care. He said, this society decided that something is wrong, but you felt it is right. It means there is a gap in gap in the I am giving you fodder points. You can essay కాదు book రాయొచ్చు. Got it? Hello. So the entire question whether it is selfish or not depends on the thought process. Say for example, bolo.
Here we can give an example of Copernicus.
Example of
Copernicus.
Copernicus.
Who told that sun is in the middle and all other planets revolve, but everyone believes that Earth is in the middle and other planets revolve. That is the reason he was killed by.
Yeah, the geocentric and the heliocentric world. Okay, fine. Your thesis statement, Nitish. ఏదో రాసుకొని వచ్చాడు మనోడు. I told you thesis statement need not prove anything. I told you very clearly. It need not get any evidential support. It is just an idea. Not random. What I am trying to say is, you keep it as concise as possible, keeping the main idea behind the thesis statement in your mind. We spoke about this now. What did I say? Main idea and the reason, be clear, crisp and specific. If I have to write a thesis statement from your story, अच्छा एक और बताओ बात, once the purpose is achieved, do you feel the struggle ends? अरे अंदर कोड़ता रहा.
Sir, why not, sir?
अरे we'll prove it, no?
Sir, if I want to become an aspirant, sir.
अरे the struggle will start.
After that, there is a different struggle, sir.
The struggle is there, no? Different అంటే ఏముంది, అప్పుడు అమ్మాయి ఎత్తుక్కోవాలి. అరే ఏం,
But my purpose will be different at that time.
no, that's what it means. Your purpose is not penalty. That's what I said. UPSC cannot be any materialistic pleasure, any achievement personal which has got some social recognition is not a purpose. Purpose has to elevate from materialistic accomplishment. That's why in his story he became a world champion, but he find no purpose in that after becoming also. It means you feel that UPSC is your purpose. That's what I said. The problem with us is we do not know what is our, we started with this yesterday class. The problem is that none of us know, most of us don't know what is our purpose in life. That's what I said. Purpose need not end with you.
I'm not saying purpose as a whole thing will end, sir.
Huh.
It will be like improved or else there's another purpose.
So my question was simple. My question was, does the struggle stop after achieving the purpose? Huh. Can your thesis statement talk about it? To best support his story? See, I am not writing the thesis statement to support my story or quote. No. It is just revolving around the, it is just that it is revolving around the main idea. Understand this. See, that's what I am saying. It is not a thesis statement of a story. Maybe there is no story. I just told you to think of a story and write about a story which probably none of you could write or some of you could write. Yes or no? So understand, the thesis statement is just a conclusionary part of your introduction, that's all. It only reinforces the idea of your main subject theme, that's all. It reinforces the main idea, very clear, very specifically you will have to write. Okay? Now we accepted this thesis statement in the discussion. See, when I said reduces the pain of no, did I try to avoid the pain? No. I only, because here I am trying to say this pain is present, but I am making up my mind it is not real, or it is not as high as I feel, it is not as big as I feel, it is not as strong as I feel. Okay, that's why I tell people, stop, no, stop feeling that you are a victim of your circumstances. No, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You should be a fighter of your circumstances and not a victim of your circumstances. Understand this logic. See, we keep listening to the stories, no? వాడు స్ట్రీట్ లైట్ కింద కూర్చొని చదువుకొని ఐఏఎస్ అయ్యాడు. ఐ ఆల్వేస్ యూస్ టు టెల్ మై సెల్ఫ్, ఏదో ఒకరోజు వాడిని పట్టుకొని కొట్టాలి. ఇంట్లో కూర్చొని చదువుకోవచ్చుగా, స్ట్రీట్ లైట్ కింద చూసి అందరు చూస్తున్నప్పుడు చదవాలి, అంతే కదా. అండ్ బికమ్ అ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫర్ ఎవ్రీబడి టు ఎమ్యులేట్, యూనో. అచ్చా, నౌ I will give you a topic for the essay. I want all of you to write a hook, a question, a hook, a question, no definition, a fact, a hook, a question, a fact. You have a thesis statement for the previous. Once I give the question, let them think, then I'll take your thesis. Some. Acha, likho. Strive, STRIVE, strive to live in deeds, DEEDS. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. Iska I want you to write hook. In the hook I want you to write a quote, a fact and a definition. A quote, a fact and a definition. Shruti, your thesis statement. Without the
struggle to fight for wife, there is no purpose of having a wife.
Acha, can a why be there without a how?
You can just have a purpose, but you are not willing to fight for it.
But what is the
No, like people say that my purpose is there, but I am not working towards it.
when that is not a purpose?
If they have a purpose, they say that they have a purpose. But it's not.
That's why I said you should be ready to die for it. But the main idea, thesis statement need not have any connect with the quote or the story or any part of the introduction.
I'm asking that should we be interlinking those two things?
No. Not random. Again, you are using the word random. With the main theme of the essay. Main theme of the essay.
Only read that statement.
Yes, very much. It need not be a quote. It can be your own statement. It can. That's why it is called a statement, not a quote. We'll come to figures of speech and all. Then I'll talk about a simile, idiom. We'll talk about them. Take care. What is a simile? Comparison. Good. Harita is making questions. No? What is an idiom? Lavanya, what is an idiom? Idiom. IDIOM. साम्यत. हाँ, what is an idiom? इंग्लिश स्टूडेंट कौन है यहाँ पे? ఇంగ్లీష్ వీడు పైన కూడా చూడట్లా, నాకు సంబంధం లేని సబ్జెక్ట్ సార్ అది. ప్రఖ్యా, వాట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇడియం? ప్రఖ్యా బro, సారీ రూప్య, వాట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇడియం?
Sir, idiom is something that is a type of, it is some kind of like
Expression, an expression which in its real meaning may not be the same. If I say Seshu is on cloud 9 after getting a UPSC rank, it does not mean Seshu literally climbed the cloud. It means he is happy, elated. So an idiom is an expression which carries a meaning different than its literal meaning. It's called an idiom. ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్ బుక్ చదువుకోండి, నా మాట వినండి. రెనన్ మార్టిన్ హై స్కూల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్, ఇట్ విల్ హెల్ప్ యూ ఇన్ యువర్ ఎస్సే ఆల్సో. ఓకే, తెలుగు మీడియం స్టూడెంట్స్కి మస్ట్. సరేనా స్వాతి? వెంకటేష్, ఐ వాంట్ కోట్ ఆన్ దిస్ టాపిక్. అరే కాంగ్యా, Nitish, you are asking something? Okay. రాసావా? రాయాలి, think. Acha, what is the message of the essay topic? అంటే it is not important how long you live, but how purposeful you live. Again, purposeful your life is. Okay. Can anybody give example of any example you feel that they lived their life purposely, but though a small life? Right. More than Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, very, even Shankaracharya. Hey, which example చేయొద్దు నా ముందు? Okay, Kalpana Chawla, good. See, essay will not come from the books, I am telling you. You have to keep your mind open. Okay. Any other example? Peshwa Bajirao, good. Matidas, Jatidas, all those freedom fighters. Ramanujan, okay, good. Yes, very much. But try to find out a specific name. Unikrishnan, Khetrapal, they are very classic examples. How just a 20-year-old boy or 21-year-old boy sacrificed his life without caring for his own personal safety, just to uphold the spirit of his motherland. So very beautiful example you can give. Acha, quote. It's itself a quote, sir. और कहाँ से लेके आए? हाँ, बिंदु quote. Wait, बिंदु quote. You are ready with the quote? Good. I will not ask you. बिंदु, क्या हो गया? Not thinking. जीवन. पल्लवी. Actions speak louder than the voice. Okay, but okay. Last year. Question, sir. నేను క్వశ్చన్ రాసుకున్నా సార్, కోట్ అడగొద్దు. Somebody else quote. This line, all feminine. Your own quote. I never told you that you cannot write an own quote. You can write unknown, but not your name.
What if you don't remember the name of that person, sir, while writing a quote?
Unknown.
It will be unknown. Then what if you think that it is
How does it make a difference? It should be related to your question, that's all. Nitish. Quote. Life is supposed to be big, not long. అంటే ఈ అమ్మాయి వెరీ తెలివిగా పదాలు మార్చేసి లైఫ్ ఇస్ సపోజ్డ్ టు బి బిగ్. अच्छा सुनो, very beautiful. Now that he is, अच्छा my question is, can you write a famous dialogue of a movie? पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं. Huh? Can you write?
If it is related to the main idea, we can write.
You can. It should be positive. No, not good. వాడు తెలుగు వాడు అయితే చచ్చిపోతారు. రోమన్ ది ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఈస్ట్ ఆర్ వెస్ట్ బాలయ్య ఇస్ ద బెస్ట్. ఇవి నడవు. अच्छा वेट पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं, कहाँ पे लिख सकते हो कोट? ग्लोरिफिकेशन ऑफ नहीं, never ever do that mistake. क्या रे? सिचुएशन बोल. हाँ नीतीश. हाँ जश. यश.
Stubbornness to one's purpose.
When he knows why, even a person died, but his purpose is still there.
हाँ एग्जाम्पल. एग्जाम्पल. हाँ वो सिनेमा स्टोरी చెప్పొద్దు. You can use a quote from a movie, no problem, but in a real context, not in a fantasized world context, in a real context. Anyone? हाँ
छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज.
हाँ बोलो.
His life also like that. He never compromised his ideals. Even if Aurangzeb.
She took a historical dimension. She took a historical dimension. ठीक है. हाँ नीतीश. हाँ your own quote. Good. There was one student Yesu. Where is he?
Yes, I don't. Even I am about to ask today why.
हाँ where is he? Not in town. Because he writes beautiful quotes.
Yes, sir.
His own. Telugulo excellent quotes he writes. He showed me his diary once. Beautiful. Every page of the diary is motivating. He reads books outside UPSC. But the problem is he reads more of them. क्या करोगे? Purpose, no? He is attached to his purpose, wisdom. He is deriving pleasure out of wisdom. You are deriving pleasure out of Lakshmikant. That's the only difference. हाँ.
He who works, he who lives for himself, is died in a law.
Died?
A law. I studied it somewhere, but I don't remember.
He who lives for himself.
He's already dead.
నీ గురించే. క్యాన్ పర్పస్ బి సెల్ఫిష్ అన్నావుగా, వాడు సమాధానం ఇస్తున్నాడు. హీ హూ లివ్స్ ఫర్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్రెడీ డెడ్ అంట. నిన్న వాడు ఎత్తుక్కున్నాడు చూడు ఇదే. ఓకే वेट स्टोरी नहीं, क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. विल डिस्कस द क्वेश्चन फॉर हाफ एन आवर. ओके. हाँ बट आई एम जस्ट वांटिंग टू ब्रश अप योर कोट. I want this side to speak. Ma'am, what's your name? Sandhya. हाँ. हाँ Srinath, the volunteer to go to moon. हाँ HMDA plots available. ఏంట్రా కోట? చెప్పు.
The tragedy of life is not death, but what we let die inside of us when we live.
Wow, beautiful. He says the tragedy of life. నీలో ఎంత ఉందన్నో తెలియదు. the tragedy of life
is not death.
is not death.
But what will it die? Comma. But what will it die
What we let die
inside of
inside of
us
us
when we live? 5 a.m. Some instant, some person, I don't know.
when we are alive or when we live, whatever it is. Beautiful quote, no? Yes. अच्छा रुक जा ना रे थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करने दे 2 मिनट इतना अच्छा लिखा बेचारा मुश्किल से लिखा रे खुद से लिखा कहीं
Some other person's quotes, sir.
हाँ ठीक है పక్కోడు రాసిన చూసి రాసేసుకో ఏం కాదు యూ నీడ్ తెలుగు నో డోంట్ వరీ హిస్ పేపర్ అండ్ యువర్ పేపర్ నాట్ ద సేమ్ పర్సన్ విల్ కరెక్ట్ ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ హీ కరెక్ట్స్ హూ డూ నో హీ డస్ నాట్ నో హూ ఇస్ ది ఆథర్ benefit of doubt you will get. So how many of you copied in the exam? अरे निजायती के चेत रचन please. Okay, first time one hand is up. भावना कभी भी नहीं. She has not lived her life full. जीवन never. Prelims में try करो. बट आस्क हिम साला पढ़ के आया कि नहीं ठीक है
Student answers beforehand and give the paper in the exam paper.
you all will follow चलो any other quote उमाश्री अभी मैम one second
Don't just survive,
ज्योति right
don't just survive, but live.
okay good she says don't just survive but live చాలా డెప్త్ ఉంది మీలో गुड डोंट जस्ट सर्वाइव बट लिव अच्छा मैंने कल भी ये पूछा था क्या ये जरूरी है कि कोट लिखना नो आई टोल्ड यू दिस नो एनी ऑफ द आइटम्स इन द हुक इज ओके द जनरल प्रैक्टिस इज I want you to give a contradiction in the hook. ఎందుకు మా లైఫ్ డిఫికల్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు సార్ हुक में कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन भी है ना कैन बी हुक कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन कैन बी हुक और नहीं भी होता तब भी है कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन फॉर दिस स्टेटमेंट आई वांट यू टू गिव कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन अ हुक एज अ हुक उमाश्री कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन एज ए हुक सर कोर्ट मुश्किल से तैयार अయింది यश
Is the evidence of result of deed necessary to prove the effort put in the deed?
నాకేమీ అర్థం కాదు మళ్ళీ చెప్పు
Is the evidence of the result of a deed
is the evidence of the result of a deed
necessary
necessary
to prove the effort put in the deed?
ఓ చాలా డెప్త్ ఉంది వాడికి లేదనుకో ఇబ్బంది అయిపోయింది 5 स्टार का ऐड आता है ठीक है he'll go into trance but good quote believe it's a good quote but sorry contradiction अच्छा ये बताओ इसका contradiction क्या हो सकता है what could be the genesis of contradiction of this statement
Why to strike away buddy?
this could be the genesis are yes or no being materialistic the hunger to live longer अरे सर सुनो let me come कौन था somebody made a noise no तू ही है अच्छा you heard this story of Alexander 1 crore
Yes,
huh
Sadhguru.
Rupia, can you tell that story?
I have heard the story.
Huh? Can you tell that story?
Yes. Alexander, when he came to visit some Gandhara or some place to west, he ordered his soldiers that you find a man, an ascetic especially, who can guide me in the way that I will become immortal.
Immortal. Okay. Who can guide me the path to immortality? Okay. Huh?
When he sent a troop of his soldiers to that ascetic
Huh?
to find that kind of ascetic, they went and they also succeeded in finding him.
Okay.
And that ascetic, they asked that we are sent by the king Alexander the Great,
Huh?
and kindly guide us the path
To immortality.
our king will attain immortality.
Yeah.
Then that
And they are ready to pay any price for it.
any price.
Yeah. Okay. Huh?
Then that ascetic he smiled for some time and he got up and he told that you go to that far off cave which is visible
Huh?
in some distance.
Huh?
And there will be one crow
Hmm.
and it will be sitting near that pond.
Hmm.
And ask that crow how to become immortal.
Hmm.
It is immortal.
Okay. Hmm.
And that group of soldiers they went into that cave and they went to Alexander.
Yes. Huh?
And they informed that whole incident to him.
Okay.
And Alexander along with his troop,
Hmm.
he went to that cave.
Yes.
Before even entering into the cave, he killed all their soldiers.
Yes. Because he did not want them to become
Wanting them to be
immortal. Okay. Huh?
He only wanted that he will only survive.
Become immortal. Okay.
That's why he went into that cave and he asked that crow
Huh?
that are you immortal from such time that crow thought how he is such foolish that he want to survive forever and the crow said
Can I tell?
I forgot.
Huh? No worries. Can I tell? The crow said there is a pond of water, pristine water, means very pure water. If you drink this water, you will become immortal. The crow said, Alexander, the king, great king Alexander, who conquered more or less the world, if you drink this pristine water, you will become immortal. But before you drink, I want to tell you something. Now, see, I keep telling, जिंदगी से बड़ी सजा ही नहीं. Yes or no? जिंदगी से बड़ी सजा ही नहीं. It means there is no bigger punishment than life. Had you not been alive, will you be sitting here? Not that souls which we talked about yesterday. I am not talking about them. If you see, give me any stage of any life of any person, rich, poor, man, women, whatever, even the transgender, is there anyone who does not have a struggle in his or her life? It means struggle is co-terminus to life. Struggle is co-terminus to life. So the crow says, now I want to die, but I cannot die. It means the struggle to me is perpetual. Are you understand the essence? I know it is difficult to understand, but it says if life is struggle and if I become immortal, my struggle is also. As a crow, you cannot die. You cannot die does not mean you do not have to fetch for food. It means there is a continuous struggle to fetch for food. In this Himalayas, bloody nothing grows. In this Himalayas, bloody nothing grows, and I am held up here. It is very difficult to find food. On top of it, some idiot gave me a wish. If you drink the pond, water of this pond, you will become immortal. I foolishly drank this water. He was about to take the sip when the crow tells this story. He drops the water. Now tell me, what is the purpose of the life at that point of time? Imagine all of you to be the Alexanders. About to take the water, you drop the water. And the beauty is, once you drop the water, even after you drink it, nothing will happen. That blessing of being immortal goes. Because you rejected at that point of time, what is the purpose of life?
Even if he will die, then he will remain immortal forever. Like that.
See, Are we allowing Gandhi to die? He died in 1948, no? ना उनके नाम पे आज भी पॉलिटिक्स हो रहा है, उनके नाम पे आज भी वोट, गांधी और एनीबडी फॉर दैट मैटर. अच्छा, you give a role model of your generation. It is not your generation. Hello, कौन? कार्तिक? अरे इसका आईडी कार्ड चेक करो. अरे Zuckerberg is not your age. Hello. Who is Shantanu? Huh? Why are you struggling to find a role model?
Pragnananda, just champion.
अरे रोल मॉडल का मतलब पता है? रोल मॉडल का मतलब पता है तन्मय? Who is your role model? You gave this answer, no? हाँ, she gave this answer in her personal counseling session with me. See, why are we struggling to find a role model from our generation or near generation? Why? Why? Because the purpose has been achieved. The purpose was इंडिपेंडेंस. सो हम उसी को 70 ईयर्स से यूज करते हुए आ रहे हैं. अंबेडकर, गांधी, विवेकानंद, एवरीबडी. यस और नो? व्हाई? बिकॉज दे गॉट द रोल मॉडल टैग बिकॉज ऑफ अ हायर पर्पस. अंडरस्टैंड दिस. एंड it takes time for all of us to understand the real purpose of life. We are in a phase, not me, you are in a phase of life where for you it seems that getting a job, getting married or getting somebody into your life is the purpose of life. Once you get him or her, you realize this was not at all the purpose. Experienced? Understand this? It means purpose is an elevated experience. Purpose is an elevated experience. You try to understand this. इसका contradiction कौन देगा? हाँ हाँ. Okay, give me contradiction first. हाँ. But I am asking, वो तो supporting हुआ ना. KFC owner, KFC was established by him at retirement age, 60 years के आसपास. So it is supporting his statement. I am wanting you to give a contradiction to this statement. Pallavi, हाँ. Contradiction to this statement. Strive to live in deeds, not in years. So your statement should be supporting living long. Contradiction. Huh.
Environmentalist named Kalu Mandasimaka. She's 112 years. She's been planting trees even now.
Okay. So are you, but somewhere you know her in years because of her deeds. So it is not a pure contradiction. I want to give you a pure contradiction. When I say contradiction, these things. इसलिए वो स्टोरी बोला ना क्रो का, द स्टोरी ऑफ अलेक्जेंडर, बिकॉज ही वांटेड टू लिव लॉन्गर. यू विल रियलाइज लिविंग लॉन्गर हैज गॉट नथिंग टू फील गुड अबाउट इट. विच इंस्टीट्यूशन यार? Don't take this institution's name. We are going live. Huh?
I mean the organizations.
Like, give me a statement, contradictory statement.
Years are required to understand the essence of any institution, like ISRO.
Okay.
ISRO took time to show up that their founding fathers were really strong.
Okay. So she is trying to say, if the purpose is big, it will take time. Contradiction. ठीक है? Understand this. What she is trying to say is, in the contradiction, You are saying strive to live in deeds, not in years. So her idea of this is, it will take time to contribute positively. Maybe I need some time in years. If I understand the statement in this sense, then KFC example is also correct. But you need to explain it in that dimension. Understand this. So it is all about your expression, your narration. Very, very important. The skill of narration, very important.
Can we write from environmental
Yes, perspective, environmental perspective.
survival of the fittest?
Yes.
So can we take example of founder of ISKCON?
Yes. Yes. Very much. Very much.
A.D. Gas once said,
Who?
A.D. Gas, he said one, mankind is miracle made out of cosmic dust.
Yes.
The purpose of mankind is to feel, enjoy and experience.
Yes.
Because these events are not going to change anything in this.
Yeah. See, listen, philosophy थोड़ा ऊपर से जाएगा. Lasya, spare me. Are you not connecting this with this? Are you able to connect the experience with, see, can you teach philosophy to a teenager? I am struggling to teach you. ఇవన్నీ కాదు, బండి కావాలా, పెట్రోల్ కావాలా, ఫాస్ట్ పోవాలా, అమ్మాయి వెనుకుంటే బోనస్. Yes or no? Because he is driven by something else. Is he driven by deeds? No, it means a particular stage of life one has to reach to understand the importance of deed, so that after that this does not. अरे समझ में आ रहा है? That's what I said. Can I take a philosophy class to a teenager? No. That is the reason why these subjects are not there in the school curriculum. Psychology, philosophy, they are added post graduation, at the time graduation and then post graduation. Why? Because the mind of a child has still not stabilized to understand the essence of it. To understand the essence of it. So, my contradiction is, to understand the importance of deed, someone has to spend some time in years. Now you understood how I am trying to find a contradiction in the statement. The value of deeds comes only with some time spent in the years. Understand? So I am trying to create contradiction. While everybody talks about striving to live in deeds, not in years, one fails to accept that the value of deeds is understood only after attaining certain age, which is again counted in numbers. अरे समझ में आ रहा है? हाँ बोलो. Can we tell? Chanakya. हाँ, like.
He invested many years in Chandragupta Maurya to make him train to fight against Nanda and
हाँ.
can we
Very much, very much. See, understand, that's what I said, no? Gold is gold because it has gone through a process. Diamond is not formed instantly, no? You know it takes time. What is diamond in the initial stages? It is just a dust. Even the pearl is all about dust. That's what he said. In the cosmic dust, that's what he is talking about. So we have sent Chandrayaan for that dust only. Yes or no? Understand? See, you have to think abstractly and start expressing yourself, narration in abstract dimension. It is an interaction with the invigilator. That's what I said. While everybody says this, but actually people forget the importance of this in understanding the value of this. Did Buddha got enlightenment at childhood? No, he had probably the best golden spoon child. It is an experience that changed him, that got him a purpose or a deed, understanding the value of deed in one's life. ठीक है? हाँ. Like contradiction. हाँ, you want to contradict to the contradiction or add to the contradiction?
So Karl Marx is there.
Yes, was there, not is there. हाँ.
So it is like contradiction
To his own final rituals.
to their children final rituals.
Acha, when Karl Marx died, they did not have.
When his children died because of malnutrition,
Okay,
he doesn't have, he became,
Karl Marx is still alive. Okay, हाँ,
and
हाँ,
that is the contradiction we can say.
हाँ, very good. Shall we start from here tomorrow? Because it will take. I want students like him only in the class. Honest. Uddu sir inka chalu. Huh? Okay. Yeah. Any doubts? Anybody having any doubts? I see some hands being raised. Ha, Jeevan. Jeevan. Ha. Author's point of view. Every author? Question ichina wala author. Okay. Ha. Ha. In the contradiction. Can the contradiction disturb the sanctity? That only makes a contradiction, no? Can you give an let he may be right here. Can you give me an example? एक सेकंड एक डोंट्स का मैंने बनाया था in some of the do not question the topic itself. We'll come back to all this thing, don't read. Do not question the topic itself. You can contradict, but you cannot question. ఏ ఇట్లేం లేదు పిచ్చి క్వశ్చన్లు అడుగుతున్నావు అన్ని 3 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి రాస్తున్నా ఫస్ట్ ఏమో జనరల్ ఎస్సీ అడిగేటోడివి ఇప్పుడు అన్ని ఫిలాసఫికల్ అడుగుతున్నావు పిచ్చి పట్టిందా నీకు యూ కెనాట్ ట్రై యూ కెనాట్ క్వశ్చన్ ది పేపర్ you can contradict, but you cannot question the topic itself. There is nothing like deeds. It is all about 4 bottle vodka, काम मेरा रोज का. ऐसा नहीं करना है. Don't do this mistakes. ठीक है? You have the right to contradict, but you cannot question the question itself. ठीक है? Understand? There is nothing like deeds. Don't do that mistake. हाँ. Some more hand I had seen. One more hand tha. Now I think the question is dropped. Acha, no questions? Ask. हाँ Yogesh, what happened to Funny today? His father called him. Bigger. Otherwise the funds will not come. He has to go. ठीक है? चलो. I hope you have understood. एक homework दूं? Hey, entra. एक homework. अच्छा, how many? No. Be honest. कोई नहीं मेरे साथ चलता है. Now only brain started functioning. अच्छा, how many of you feel good than yesterday? అంటే yesterday you were feeling good or bad? तो वही पूछा रहे how many of you feel better than yesterday? Good, I am so very happy. I told you, 6th to 7th class आते you all will become fighters in essay writing. ठीक है? चलो, good. It was nice talking to all of you. Tomorrow again we'll meet at the same time, same place, 6:30, provided the Chandrayaan lander does not land here. है ना? चलो, thank you, bye bye.